Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Elle, and I'm going to be talking about some books that you should be reading if you love Bridgerton, like the show series or the book series as well. Of course, you need to read the Bridgerton series, but there is a whole world of historical romances that are, I would say, even better than Bridgerton. Some of them are. So I'm really excited to share these with you. These have the vibes of Bridgerton, where it's like family, very centered, and I just love Bridgerton. But there's so many amazing other romances out there, so let's get right into this video. The first romance I'm going to talk about is The Duke Most Wicked by Lenora Bell. This is a really fun historical romance. I love this one. So the hero is a duke, and he needs to find a wife. And so the heroine ends up trying to help him because she's also his assistant, I think. Or no, she's the governess of his younger siblings. He has, I think, 3 younger sisters. And they're very meddling, and it's hilarious. And they end up falling in love in the process, the hero and the heroine, while trying to find him a wife. But there are just so many laugh out loud moments in this romance. Very like Bridgerton-esque family vibes. And it was just absolutely hilarious. I love this one. And I just love seeing him like realize like I have the perfect woman right in front of me, but he's been trying to find like the perfect woman in society, and she's perfect for him. And I love this one. It's a lot of fun if you want laughs and just funny, hilarious family moments. I would definitely check this one out. Then I have The Marquess Makes His Move by Diana Quincy. This is a really fun historical where the heroine, she is a secret map maker, and her husband owns this map making business. He actually took it over from her family. And she is, you know, secretly doing all of these maps, and her husband is taking all the credit for them. And the hero, I think is like I think he might be a duke or an earl. He's like high in society, and he was conned out of a map, like out of land, and he is trying to blame her husband and like figure out what happened. So he actually is going undercover as a servant into the house, and it is absolutely hilarious. He is just like going undercover, but he ends up becoming the servant for the heroine. And it is absolutely hilarious and just so cute because they kind of start catching feelings for each other, but she's married, but she doesn't like, it was an arranged marriage. She doesn't love her husband, and it gets a little angsty, and it's a lot of fun. And there's lots of twists and turns in this book that I really enjoyed. And this one was just a lot of fun. Then I have the Ravenel series by Lisa Kleypas. This follows a whole family, and it's a lot of fun. So there are lots of different tropes in this one that I love. The first book is the heroine was married to like the head of the family, and he ended up passing away. So his cousin is coming in town to kind of check out the estate and like figure out what they're going to do with it. And she is like, well, I'm the head of state. And he's like, no, you're not. So it's kind of like hate to love. But my favorite in the series is a single mom ex-widow romance. Widowed romance. It's really, really fun. I love that one because she ends up falling for her like late husband's bully in like school, but she's like, I can't fall for him, but I am, and he has such a great relationship with my son. That one's really good. This one just has like vibes of Bridgerton, and I love like the family aspects that Lisa Kleypas writes about. This one is so good. There's so many of my favorites in the series. Definitely check it out. I think the whole series is on Hoopla as well, maybe. And so I listen to a lot of them on audio. Then I have Never Desire Duke by Lily Dalton. This is super duper angsty. I love this one. So the hero and heroine were in a very like love-driven relationship marriage, but something happened years ago where they kind of fell out of love, and so they both basically detest each other, and she just hates him, and he has been like traveling around the world trying to like, you know, get her off his mind. And so now he's coming back to see his wife, and she's absolutely furious with him, and I think she wants a divorce, but they end up traveling to one of their estates, and they get snowed in. And so they really have to work through all of their problems that they're dealing with, and it gets pretty crazy. And I just loved how angsty this was because they both still care for each other so much, but she was so hurt by him like leaving her. And I just love this one. Super angsty, forced proximity. Second Chance, Hate to Love, kind of, and it was just so good. Then a classic series that I love is the Wallflower series by Lisa Kleypas. This series is a lot of fun. If you love like Penelope in Bridgerton, this is the series for you. This revolves around a friend group that they are all wallflowers, and so they make a pact to basically every book, like for each season, for the different characters, they're helping them find a husband. And so like the first one, I think, was the summer one. So they also revolve around like seasons. My favorite one is the second book, which revolves around like fall, and the heroine is an American heiress, and she and the hero absolutely detest each other, and she ends up giving him this like love potion thing, trying to like mess with him, and he actually like starts catching feelings for her. And so she's like, did this work? And it didn't. It's like real, but they, you know, it's like hate to love to he absolutely becomes obsessed with her. And it's also, they are like on a trip, kind of like in historical romances. You'll also see this in Bridgerton, that they'll go to like a house in the country for, you know, a 3-day holiday or whatever. So that's kind of the thing, and they have to be around each other, and it was absolutely hilarious. I just love Wallflowers, and the series revolves around them, and they're all great romances. Then another series by Julia Quinn that is really fun is the Smythe Smith series by her. I love the series. It's really, really fun, and it does include some of the Bridgertons in it. So if you have read the whole Bridgerton series, definitely check this one out, because I think they're actually cousins of the Bridgertons. And the first one is like a friends to lovers romance. And then I've only read the first and third one, and they've both been great. The third one is like hate to love, enemies to lovers, angsty, forced proximity. They're all really great and have that great family aspect that Julia Quinn writes. And also the Smythe Smiths are hilarious, because every year they do a quartet where they have this like musical like show that they do, and they just are so bad at playing instruments, and so everybody just laughs at them, but it's for like the unmarried girls in the family to do it, and it's just hilarious. I just love this family, and we get to see the Bridgertons in it, which I love seeing them. But this series is great. Definitely go check it out. Then I have the Hathaway series by Lisa Kleypas, another amazing series by her. This revolves around another family, and this series is a lot of fun. They are, I think, lower class a little bit. Like, they are still in like society and stuff, but they don't have a lot of money. And the first book is one of my favorites, because the heroine, she is going to this property that they didn't know they owned to rebuild it and like help it out. And she encounters the hero, and she met him before, and they kind of had a moment together. But she really has to watch out for her siblings, and this series just has that family aspect again that's just so good. And they also, a lot of them marry made men, like they don't have money at first and they make their money on their own, which is a lot of fun. And I love this series. It is so good. There's so many favorites in this one. I just can't list them all because I would go on and on, but the series is great. All right, well, that is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed hearing me chat about some historical romances that you should definitely be reading if you loved Bridgerton and want to read some more. And this video was so fun to make, and I hope you enjoyed hearing me recommend these romances. And I want to thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.
I was never the one to write up a song for just anyone. I was always the one to find myself lost in long conversations. Oh, 'cause I've always been told that things will unfold if you